Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Man, I don't know. They didn't play with my demonstration again. Maybe I gotta wait to the mod. Let me see what's going on here. Check 1 2. I'm really getting to the point, man. This streaming stuff ain't what it used to be. Can you hear me now? What's up, yo? This ain't what it used to be, man. If it wasn't for y'all, man, I would go somewhere and kick rocks, man. But I ain't playing, man. I would go somewhere and kick rocks, man. I ain't playing. Real talk. I would literally go somewhere and just kick rocks. Yeah, it's just ridiculous, man. This YouTube stuff, it's just crazy now, man. It's just crazy to me now. You know what I mean? It's super crazy to me now. And I'm going to vent tonight. You know what I mean? If you will allow me to vent tonight, you know what I mean? I will definitely appreciate it. Let me make sure everybody in the building, the volume is low. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. How about now? Check one now. Listen, I'm getting things set up right. Are you gonna allow me to vent tonight? Anybody gonna allow me to vent tonight? Kryptonite, can I vent tonight? You know what I mean? Is that all right? As they say in the Nation of Islam, is that all right? Is that all right if I vent tonight? You know what I mean? Yeah, I got to vent tonight, man. You know what I mean? I got a couple things I want to vent about. You know what I'm saying? Look like my dog want to vent too. You know what I mean? Took me a minute to get things started. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Steven X? I'm going to vent tonight, family. I'm going to vent tonight, you know what I mean? Because it's just ridiculous, man. At the sheer, man, at the level that we are asleep, it just blows me away. The level that we are asleep, family. It just blows me away. And sometimes it makes you lose a little bit confidence as it relates to the progression that we seek. You know what I'm saying? You look at people checking microphones and, the people that really lost focus on their careers. They got some camera time, and now they're hooping and hollering and all excited about a bunch of lies that highlight them. And quickly, all of the op stations are condoning. They're condoning the misinformation and the disinformation. It's just bad. And then when you expose these people, they got the feds circling around your house. They got the feds following you, taking pictures. I mean, all sorts of stuff. It's mind-boggling to me that our people are we don't. And I'm not talking about those Moorish World TV citizens. I'm talking about our people who that fall for the okie doke, man. A sucker is born every day, and it's sad to watch. Of the more learned and the more studied people that know how to look at character and look at behavior and look at people in general to give an assessment. It's really sad to watch the state of our people, family. When you look at, for instance, back in the day, coming out of slavery, you would think that we would be right here back then. Because back then, it seemed like they had drive. It seems like our forefathers and foremothers, that they had focus, that they had direction, that they had willing sacrifice to do some great things. But today, we just fall for anything. I look at the last time the guy that was on the show. Y'all with me? Family, I need to share this again. Let me share this one more time because I done messed up this link. Let me share this real quick. Let me share this right quick. Because the link was messed up. So let me share this right quick. Hope y'all sharing it too. But yeah, it's just bad, family. It's really bad, and I'm gonna share a few things with you in a minute. But it's just bad, and man, will we ever recover? You know what I mean? Will we ever recover? That's my question. That's one of the questions I have. I mean, do anybody think that we will recover from this madness? Anybody? Y'all think we going to recover? Anybody? Will we ever recover? And what I mean by that, will we ever get back on track and get focused to what's important? You know, like I said, post chattel slavery, they were making their own schools. You know what I mean? Somebody must have been in his documentary that you didn't suspect will be in it and that disappointed you. I feel you. Oh, no. Let me tell you something. Listen. My main guy was in the film. You know what I'm saying? My main guy was in the film. Lord Jamar was in the film. But I understand Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Lord Jamar, he's working. That's you know what I mean? Yo, that's his job. His job is to make sure he can continue to get a check from his craft. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't disappointed with anybody in the film. It's just it was just some people that I've seen. Like I'm looking at him now. Lord Jamal is last time I seen him, he was in Ohio. He's gone on to the next check. You know what I'm saying? He's not all in the hype and all that. He's gone on to the next check. I mean, not saying that he won't get involved sometime, but he's gone to the next check. I mean, that's his job. But I'm talking about people that you may have not have heard about in quite some time, and now they got some shine, and man, you starting to see them pop up on these platforms, and they're going against the very thing that they supported before they got this light. You know what I'm saying? So this little bit of light, you know, and I'm just saying that us as a people, you know, man, when was it ever okay to call the feds on people? When was it ever okay to make a move so you don't have to respond to allegations, if you will, or accusations that is incriminating in our community? Whenever we got to the point where we ignore these type of things, and that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And it's disheartening on so many levels. And not only that, another thing that's disheartening is when you see people like still thinking that Umar going to open a school up. It's just so disheartening. You know what I mean? We look at Umar talking about, matter of fact, let me see something, fam. Let me just start the show. Let's start the
Check
show.
1 2.
What up, Barry Sports?
Check 1 2. Yeah.
Let's just start the show.
Y'all ready?
Let me get my
I'm ready.
energy right.
Check. I must confess. Let's go.
I refuse to believe that I became conscious to catch cases.
Come on.
Nor did I come to agitate the races. I came to elevate us to much higher spaces. They tried to erase us and ultimately replace us. They let the Mexican in, they cry about the border. Moors claim they own the land but can't produce their own water. Moors been out of order since the time of the prophet. Dropping all this knowledge but still act toxic. Boy, we need to stop it. Stop it! They sing it to the choir. They all blatant liars. They broke down and tired and they leave us uninspired. Drew Ali is the Mahdi, the prophet and the Lord. Not Elijah or Farad, so let's stop with the facade. Who taught us we was God and Father God alone?
I'm sorry, Stephen A.
And the carjacking. Who told us we was God? Not the macro God, but the microcosmic God, the children of Allah. This ain't no educated speeches. I pray the truth reaches. The Moors, we are rich. We ain't no poor righteous teachers. We a royal priesthood. I wish a creek would try to label us destitute. We are resolute. For years I would listen how they undermine the prophet, but now I'm here to challenge all the lies and the gossip. We only want the truth with proof, nothing less. Been through the dismal crypts and I passed every test. Been to the lowest depth on my way to the highest height. Ain't nothing you can do to stop this rain or this fight. Only thing you can do is give up the prophet and save your soul. And know for sure I'm guided from the plane of soul. I get my nourishment from the ether plane where I dwell at. I'm on higher, lower than the worm, where hell at. Now run, tell that. Y'all been doubting the prophet way too long.
Already know.
And I can't stand y'all that hate it.
Come on, man.
Try to
All right,
bury the
Professor.
prophet.
Oh, yes, they did.
Professor say,
Guess
don't
what?
be encouraged. Don't be discouraged.
Yeah. The 7 creative spirits.
Khalid.
Yeah.
We
back.
Yo,
You thought it was over. You thought it was over.
Come on.
It's never
Let me be
over.
encouraged.
It's never over. You thought it was over. You thought it was over. Truth don't die, pass away. It's never over. You thought it was over. You thought it was over. You thought it was over. It's never over.
Be
You thought it
encouraged.
was over. You thought it was over. Truth don't die, pass away. It's never over. It's never over.
Yeah.
Never, never, never.
Put the feds back in the hood. And then
Let's bring it down one time. Let's bring it down one time.
I put the feds back in the hood and it look good now, don't it?
Let's bring it down one time.
Yeah. Let's own it. Put the feds back in the hood and it look good.
All right.
Man, I love this. Y'all ready? Yeah.
Let's make it smooth. Let's move it out.
Let's go. I'm ready.
That's what it is.
Check it.
I've been tripping.
We gonna get this right. One take. I put the feds back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Get your own Corona, you can be a god that own it. I put the feds back in the hood and it look good now, don't it? Get your own Corona, you can be a god that's own it. I used to rock with these temples in the moors a long way, but they all are super fraud and they not getting the way they want me to keep it quiet. Who I tell it to their face? I'm flipping over tables on my way to the 8. The Harker Bay said it, now it's time for me to prove it. Got the same address and I ain't playing on moving. The internet got these dope fiends I can ramble. Dirty Frankie and some mess that he know he can't handle. When I pull up,
All right, let's go. I'm ready now. I'm ready now. I'm ready now.
Put your veneers on the curb, put your chin on the back of your neck.
And that's my word.
I put the feds back in the hood and in the good.
All right, I'm ready.
Get your own Corona, you can be a god, let's own it. I put the feds back in the
I'm
hood
ready
and
now.
in the good, now don't it?
I'm ready now. I'm ready now, family. I'm ready now. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready now. Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I'm your host, Brother Harker.
I be that more you
I'm ready now, Warlock.
I'ma be that more you gon' remember.
Super Warlock rising. I'm ready
I
now.
be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember.
Starlight.
More you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more
I
you
love
gon'
you,
remember.
Starlight.
Harker Bay front line
I love you,
till the law
Gold
call my
Child.
number. The more than you
I
afraid
love
of
the
mine.
citizens.
I was told to watch my enemies
Lunch
and hold
break.
my line. Those that speak against
Lunch
the
break say
prophet,
get
they
you
speak
some
against
coffee,
me.
sir.
And I speak
Thank
about
you
the
so
prophet
much,
over
lunch
you
break.
wisely. Who was the first to
Listen.
remind you and bind you back?
I wanna welcome y'all to Moorish World TV, the greatest show on the internet. I ain't going nowhere because Professor told me to be encouraged. Don't be discouraged. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere, family. Thank you so much, Lunch Break. Appreciate you. Thank you, family. Cryptonomics said the show don't work right unless we bring the horns. And I said, Crip, I got you. I said, I got you. So, family, we're about to get busy, family. I'm going to vent tonight. I'm going to vent a little something tonight, family. I had to start the live stream over. But work with me. Work with me. Let me show you something. I kind of feel some type of way, man, with the ignorance of our people, family. I really do.
You look and sound
really do.
good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for them people. Now tell me what's your purpose.
Family,
Ain't worried about your
I be feeling some type of way, family. I think we more intelligent than what we lead on.
You know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. How they try to kill the prophet, it was all for dough. And some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my vast estate. I want my town, my my sheriff, my stores, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and debate. Y'all keep hating when love is the savior. You don't love yourself, so you can't love your neighbor. That's why you kill and fight and marry out of your race. If you ain't from Moorish World, then get out of my face. Cause Chinese love China, Italians love Italy. If you used to love the Moorish World, come on and build it with me. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right.
Yeah.
I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, oh yeah. I be that more you gon' remember.
We gonna talk about it in a minute.
Till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I be that more you gon' remember. Nap town. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. LA. I be that more you gon' remember.
We're gonna talk about it in a minute.
I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number.
Hey family, are y'all familiar? Are y'all familiar with this picture right here? This picture has been blowing up the internet. Press 7 if you're familiar with this guy right here. This guy is called, I think it's Douglas Barnes. Did I spell it right in the show? Let me see if I spelled it right, because I was rushing trying to get this thing on and popping. Douglas Barnes. Yeah, I thought I might have put Darnell. Anybody familiar with this story right here? This story has been tearing up the internet, and it's very important that we pay attention to this story right here. Douglas Barnes was said to have that he was pulled. Should I read the story? You know what? Let's save that for a second. Let's save Douglas Barnes for a second. Let's save him for one second. And let's get into this story right here. You remember the guy. We're going to talk about that in a minute, Rashad. Do you remember the guy that was on the show just the other night? This guy here. I want to talk about this for a second, because I have these people in my comment section saying that this guy, if you didn't see the show, this guy who went by the name NRC or RNC, something like that. He came on the show. But let me give you, y'all remember this guy on the show? I want to share this with you real quick. So he comes, so this is how this happens. So this guy, he apparently, I don't know this guy. He's not a Moorish World TV citizen. I never seen him on the show. I never seen him in the comment section, I mean to say. And for some reason, on a night last week, when I was talking about reparations, maybe he hides in the background, who knows? But when I'm talking about reparations, he comes into the comment section and he claims that that I got it all wrong, you know. And one thing that I try to do is I try to make this a public platform. Whereas though, okay, even though I may not know you per se, I may not know you as a Moorish World TV citizen or whatever, one thing for sure and two things for certain, I do want to hear your opinion. You know what I'm saying? I do want to hear your opinion. And if I can hear your opinion, maybe we could come to some type of terms, agree to disagree, or, you know what I mean, you just knock it out the park and it is what it is. So in this conversation about reparations, and I want to reiterate that the guy, he came on the show because he reached out to me. And when he reached out to me, he said that, you know, I was wrong about California and all of that. And so when he reached out to me, I said to him, bring all of your receipts. Bring all of your receipts. I just don't like to have conversation with conjecture. And so if y'all wondering why I kicked him off the show, initially he came straight out the gate saying, before he made any statement about the subject matter, he came right out the gate saying, you are op. That's number one. And if you don't know what an op is, that is one who's moving incandescently
for the system, the feds, alphabet boys, whomever. You know what I'm saying? And so out the gate, so I listened to that. I let it flow. You know what I mean? I let it flow. You know what I mean? But every time he would get the mic, he would come back and make another disrespectful statement. Do you feel what I'm saying? But I let him flow. Then it got to the point where as though I began to cut him off and do the Sinetta energy type thing because he was bringing that type of stupid energy. But let me explain this to you first. When he reached out to me, right, I told him send me a picture for the thumbnail. And the suspicious part about it is he sent me the picture that you see on my left, and he also sent me this picture here. And this picture here just don't look as if, just look at the picture. Just look at the picture. He said this picture here is a confirmation of the other picture. Like, I never asked you for a confirmation. So he went above and beyond to try to send me a second picture. I never even asked for one. I just said, give me a picture for the thumbnail. And so, again, he sent me the picture on my left, which is a part of his podcast on YouTube. All right, I want you to pay attention to me. And his podcast on YouTube is called something Republican. Let me see real quick. Let me look it up. It's called New Republican Podcast, NRP, New Republican Podcast. And matter of fact, I'm going to show you right now. Let me show you right now. I'm doing this for a reason. I'm showing you that, family. I just don't throw people off the show who is credible and bringing something credible just because I disagree. That is not what I do. That is not what I ever do. But if you get disrespectful with me, I definitely going to get disrespectful. Take your same disrespect and throw it back to you, basically. But I want to show you. I want to show you something real quick. I think this it right here. No, that's not it. That's for Mr. Barnes. That's for Mr. Barnes. I want to show you real quick, if I can, because I need to get this off my chest. You say I can vent, so let me vent real quick. So listen. So this is the picture that goes with his thumbnail of his new reconstruction podcast. I'm sorry, not New Republican, but it might as well be New Republican. New Reconstruction Podcast, right? And now let me break this down to you. I've been doing this for over 5 years. I already know what a setup look like. However, I have a margin of error just like any human being, a small margin. You understand what I'm saying? And so I'll go with it. Hopefully that the person coming and representing something, they can bring something intellectual to the conversation. And hey, if what you're saying makes more sense than what I'm saying, then so be it. It's all good. Make a long story short. Once he sent me this picture, he said, this is the picture on my podcast thumbnail. He said, but I don't want you to use, I want you to use that one. But I also sent you this other picture to verify who I am. Now, family, I never asked him to verify who he was. That's number one. I never asked him to verify who he was. Matter of fact, you know, that was unnecessary for that. And so when someone does that, that's a red flag. If you do podcasts and one goes above and beyond to try to extra verification when you didn't even ask for it, that's another red flag. Nevertheless, I'm still going with it. So once y'all know the show took a minute to get started because in the back room, in the green screen room, I'm asking him to turn on his camera. And he refused to turn on his camera. And I say to him, I say, brother, turn on your camera. I said, you gonna bring some receipts? He said, no, I'm just gonna let you. I'm gonna let you know what it is. I said, brother, turn on your camera. Now, my thing is this. If I can represent an opposing thought that ruffles a lot of feathers and the whole world can see my face, then quite naturally, you should be able to show your face. Nevertheless, for the people, I won't do this no more, but for the people, I thought he was going to bring something credible. I went against all of my judgments, calls, or my principles of actions. One of my principles of action is that if you're not going to show your camera, you shouldn't be on the show. You're not going to open your camera, you shouldn't be on the show. That's a principle of action. The principle is open up your camera. If you don't, then you can't come to the show. You know what I mean? Unless I know you as a Moorish World TV citizen. You know what I mean? So I went against that. I went against the camera thing. I went against the red flag of him trying to double verify himself when I didn't even ask for it with a grainy picture. I went against all of that, right? So when I bring him on the show, this is the picture. Now look at this picture, fam. Why don't you look at this picture close? It looks like a kitchen setup of a restaurant of some sort with him. It's a grainy picture. One thing you'll learn about the internet, that when you get a bunch of grainy pictures, they try to do that so you can't really detect the drop and crop photo op. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the drop and crop photo op. Where you take a background, put it in there, and then they make it grainy. That's a technique that the ops use all the time. Malik Zulu Shabazz did that. Moist Lips do that. They don't do it no more, but they used to do it all the time. If you go to old, if anybody that you suspect to be an op, the first thing you got to do is look at their pictures. If they're kind of grainy in this age of technology, you know what I mean? You already know what it is. You already know what it is. That's there. Now, so it didn't make sense to me, but nevertheless, I went along with it. So family, and I'm only explaining this to you for the purpose, I don't want you to think that I just jumped out the window and threw him off the show. There was a bunch of things leading up to it, and when he came on the show and started calling me out my name, maybe about 3 times, and he was just talking about complicit. He didn't want to bring any receipts. He didn't want to do anything except talk. Family, I had to kick him out. Because at that point, he was either trolling and it was going to get worse, or what I mean by get worse, that he supports Moist Lips and he supports all the people that I exposed. You know what I'm saying? He supports all the people that I exposed. So once you support the people that I exposed, there's going to be some apprehension about even bringing you on the show, because at that point, you're going to try to bait me into a conversation. I mean, you're going to try to bait me into a conversation knowing that we got litigation at hand. So I want you to understand. So that's why I kicked him off the show. I wouldn't kick nobody off the show. People tell you all the time, man, Tahaka, people would tell you as myself, Tahaka, you got so much patience. You have so much patience, Grand Sheik. You have so much patience, Grand Sheik. But in this case, I've seen this movie before. If anybody remember when the guy was covering the screen? Anybody remember when the guy was covering the screen and he had the Jamaican type of accent, and the next thing you know, he flicked a naked picture straight up there to try to get the channel taken down, and it looked like he was on the screen. You know what I mean? So these little setups can happen all the time. So I wasn't going to let it go any further. I mean, I wasn't going to let it go any further, and if people don't like it, it's up to them not to like it. It's up to them. But I wasn't going to let it go any further. I didn't know where he was going with it. He wasn't bringing anything credible about. Only thing he was bringing was straw man arguments. Now, once again, family, if somebody wants to come here and have a real conversation about reparations in California, about the task force, the floor is open for you, and you're welcome to come here. Bring your receipts. Bring your receipts. Let me go back and say this again. There was a brother. The brother was in the temple. He literally left the temple, and I'm suspecting it was because of this conversation. And he began to post stuff on Facebook and says that, let me prove to you that slavery existed in California. And he proceeds to put out something about the gold rush. Let me say one more time I'm sorry, family, close your ears. I got to throw some doo-doo on top of this doo-doo. Let me say it real slow for the slow people in the back. Number one, I'm not saying that slavery did not happen in the territory as known as California. I'm of the thought that many people came from the east and down south, and they pulled slaves along with them during the gold rush and during any type of migrations. So did any slaves enter into the territory known as California? Of course. That's not my argument. My argument is that the state of California implemented in their constitution to outlaw and ban slavery before they became a part of the United States. And then they became a part of the United States, and it was not in the Constitution. It wasn't supported by the law. Down south it was. So they came into the Union as a free state. That's my argument. Therefore, press 7 if y'all with me so far. Therefore, a task force to examine slavery, whether it's outside of the state or within the state, to hold the state accountable, you got to have proof that the state is liable. And even Newsom, who don't want to give paid contributions, the first thing that he can say is, no, these were individuals practicing this atrocity called slavery. It wasn't the state, and the state cannot be held liable. Let me give you an example. If someone is sex trafficking and they got slaves today, what happens to the person that's trafficking? What happened to them? Do the state become liable? No, the state don't become liable. They grab the culprit, they lock that person up. And now the state may try to give the people who suffered at the hands of that individual, give them some help. They might give them some psychological help. They might give them some rehabilitation help. But you can't prosecute the state. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And now the flip side of that is, if you're going to fight a serious fight to hold the government accountable, you got to go to the federal government, or at least on a local level, go to one of the states that had it written in law and had the slave codes in law. Then you can hold the state accountable, and it's bulletproof, if you will. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? See, the difference between me and a lot of people, I actually can think. The difference between me and those people, I actually can think. The difference between you, the Moorish World citizens, and the rest of them, we actually can think. And the only thing I'm saying is that if we are going to fight for reparations, let's make sure that the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, and that it's going to be a sure path as opposed to chasing our tail like a little poodle in the park. That's all I'm saying. Now, if I am your brother, if I'm your brother, I'm obligated to tell you the truth. I'm obligated. If I know the truth, if I know that a loophole can exist in that, I'm obligated to say, oh, ho, 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 that's cool over there, but there's too many loopholes over there. And they even know it in California because they also speaking of it on the low. But that's a whole nother conversation. But with that being said, bring me an intellectual that know how to have a conversation and don't get emotional. Bring me an intellectual that know how to have a conversation or a debate and don't get into calling names and all that. Because you call me out my name, I'm going to call you out your name. It is what it is. You throw some doo-doo at me, I'm going to catch it and throw it back at you. And then I'm going to take off the plastic glove and let the show go on. Yeah, I keep plastic gloves on because I know some of y'all just like to throw doo-doo. You non-citizens like to throw doo-doo. So you throw the doo-doo, I'm going to catch it, boom, and I'm going to throw it back at you. Bing, I'm going to smack you right in the face with it. And I'm going to keep it pushing. And for all those who watching the show that disagree, you're welcome to come on. You're welcome to come on. Bring your receipts. I'm going to bring mine. But with that being said, family, I stop right there. I just wanted to share that with y'all for those who probably felt some type of way that I ended the guy short career on Moorish World TV because I was emotional. So I'm like, man, I don't take this stuff serious. I don't take this stuff serious. The only thing I take serious is those who take me serious. If you take me serious, I take you serious. You know what I'm saying? Now, family, one thing that we got to look at too, family, our brother Umar, family. What we going to do about Umar? Anybody hear about Umar? Umar always playing the race card. Family, you know what's funny about people that plays the race card? Umar always playing the race card. But guess what? The race card came and bit Umar this week. Did y'all hear about what happened with Umar Peoples? Press 7 if you heard about what happened with Umar Peoples. Somebody said, I think the podcast, The Tone Talks, would be a fruitful debate. His organization was leading an initiative on reparations in Cali. Listen, Derek G, if you are in contact with him, if you are in contact with him, let him know. I would love to have a conversation with him. And hear his viewpoints on this reparations in Cali thing. I would love it. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe it's a red herring. I just do. I just believe it's a red herring. I study history enough that I think it's a red herring. Real talk. Let me bring up this man, Umar Johnson. Y'all familiar with Umar Johnson? Umar Johnson tripping, man. Umar tripping. First of all, do y'all believe that he's going to get to school? Excuse me. Do y'all believe he's going to get to school? Y'all think so? Listen to this. They on Umar. You know Umar. What's up, Silver Tulip? Now, you know Umar has made a bunch of waves talking about quote unquote Africans. He called them Africans messing with snow bunnies. What that would be, it would be European, or as people like to refer to as white women. He always referred to that you can't stay away from the snow bunnies. Stay away from. He's always using these racial things to advance his rhetoric. Always using it. Let me say something to everybody. If you don't know, I use the term Europeans to refer to those who are descendants of Europe. I don't believe that anybody was descendants of a place called white. I don't believe that anybody was descendants of a place called black. So I don't use those terms to refer to people. I use the terms that our ancestors used to refer to people, and they relate the people to territories, to land, to culture, and things of that nature. I know it's not the norm for most of us. I mean, but hey, that's just the way I do things. I relate people. Europeans are descendants from the continent of Europe, and before the European named Africa, the entire continent Africa, the whole landmass was called Asia, and those people would be Asiatics, or as time went on, they would be Afro-Asiatic, or even in Europe, they will use the term like Eurasian, but that's a whole nother story. So I don't use those terms like that, and I don't use Europeans to offend anybody, and nor do I want to offend anybody not calling you black. You shouldn't be offended. I just don't use those terms. Nevertheless, for the sake of this conversation, Umar say that you are not African. You know what I'm saying? You are not African if you date a white woman, or if you date a white man, that you are anti-African. So he used all of these racial things to highlight his rhetoric. Now, in my, this is my opinion. Why is it that people are so worried about who's marrying and sleeping with and being with somebody else? I mean, are they trying to be a part of your organization? Are they hindering you from anything? I thought we was past these types of things. I thought we was past these type of things, that someone can just throw the race card, even someone that look like us, and we just fall for the okie doke. Soon somebody say something crazy and add the term the white man or white woman. Like, it seemed like the less of intelligent people just go crazy, or they just entertained by it. But Umar been able to push that narrative for a minute. He's been able to, and people loved it. But recently, family, I don't know if you've been watching, recently his niece allegedly just married the man of her dreams. In the middle of the picture, that is Umar's father, and yep, you guessed it, that is Umar's niece and her husband. And her husband. And now, so I hope they are happily married and have a beautiful life together. Cause I don't have to deal with either one of them. It ain't none of my business what other people do. But Umar is always the first one to jump out the window and talk about African with Europeans. I mean, he always the first. So there you go. There you go. That's right. There you go. Yost. There you go, Yost. There you go, Yost. There you go. Look at it. That's right. Congratulations to the nuptials. That's right. Nah. He said Doc can't help. He said Doc can't help who his family marries. They grown. You're absolutely right. But Doc talks so much that it's time for Doc to see it hit home. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to the universe. Funtunde. Funtunde. That's right. Congratulations to the nuptials. That's right. That's right. That's right. Look. Yeah, that what it is. It sure is. That what it is. Congratulations, Umar. Keep talking that old dumb stuff you talking. Always playing the race card. Play the race card, Umar. The dumb issue. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Umar like to play the race card, doing. That's what happened, though. That's what happened. Thank you, Uriah the One. Uriah the One said, Lord have mercy. Hey, family, listen. Stop. Hey, family, do y'all think that we above? Let me ask y'all a question. Family, do y'all think that it's necessary to play the race card in 2020? It made me laugh. Do y'all think it's necessary to play the race card like Umar do in 2020? It always gonna come back to bite you. It always gonna come back to bite you. The race card always gonna come back to bite you. Let me tell you why. Even Frederick Douglass, who he said his cousin, married a European woman and died happily ever after. This is what I'm saying. Like Talene said, they look happy. I mean, even, he says that he is the cousin of Frederick Douglass. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that Umar said he was the cousin of Frederick Douglass? I find that picture. I'm going to find that picture, Umar. Umar so funny. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know Umar said he was the cousin of Frederick Douglass. Y'all do know that. I hope y'all know that. Well, anyway, if you don't know, Frederick Douglass, he married, I think her name, Helen Pitts. I mean, so it is what it is, Umar. It is what it is. Hold up 1 second. Let me get it up in here for you. Here you go, right here. I mean, so Umar need to stop playing this race card, family. We need to do a ban on Umar race card playing. That means playing with people's emotions. We need to boycott Umar playing the race card. I mean, Umar can't go live no more. So I mean, he might be all right for a minute. But look, there you go. There you go right there. Y'all see it right there? Now, work with me, fam. I ain't even gonna be rushing no more, man. I'm gonna just do my show and have fun with it, man. This internet is gone crazy. I mean, this internet is gone crazy. You know what I mean? It's gone crazy. Y'all remember this one? Hold up 1 second. Let me get it. Who was the phone? Good night. Let me get y'all with this one real quick. Y'all remember this? Look, hold up. Y'all remember this? Umar tried to look like Frederick Douglass. Look at him. Y'all remember this? Umar was trying to look like Frederick Douglass, but that was his cousin. That was the first grip. I mean, check him out. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember Umar was trying to look like Frederick Douglass, man? Umar, man, Umar be doing some crazy stuff for attention, man. Look at this. Somebody said, why can't he go live? Well, it's said that he attacked a few people, and he really brutally attacked them. But I do think it's possibly could be a plot. I do think it could be a plot. But then Umar, so why does he keep playing the race card? Stop it, Umar. Stop it. We don't. Hey, family, anybody play the race card with you, that's the okie doke. I'm going to tell you, in 2024, that's the okie doke. That's the okie doke. You know what I mean? That's right. Because listen, in this world, I don't care what you say, you're going to have to work with some people sometime. You're going to have to be polite. You're going to have to get along. You may even, listen, if you such a heartless person and you see somebody broke down, laid in the street, and because they quote unquote white and you ain't going to help them out, you's a dirty, you's a raggedy fool. You's a raggedy fool. You know what I'm saying? If you can't have humanity in your soul to help anybody or not to help somebody, if you don't have no humanity in your soul, if somebody's down and out, and because, I ain't helping the white person, man, you done lost your mind. You done lost your mind. But these are the things that people try to put out on the internet. But in reality, they don't really feel that way. I mean, the real reason he can't go live is because he speaks truth, and this government cuts off people who speaks the truth. Yos, what truth did he speak? He speaks a lot of rhetoric. Do you believe that do you believe, Yos, that you should dictate who somebody get involved with and marry? You think that's your business? I don't think it's anybody else's business. You know what I mean? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Like, listen, groups of people do different things. Somebody say he sold his recording equipment. But anyway, but you know, but why was Umar dressed up like this? Yos, help me out, Yos. Yos, look. There you go. Look. Look at him. Look at this. Now, you know something wrong with this picture, man. Look at this. Who goes to this extreme? Man? To prove that you the cousin of Frederick Douglass, Yos. Come on, Yos. Who does this, Yos? Yos, who does this? Who goes to this extreme? Huh? Hey, Yos, how can you say, Doc, hold up. Let me screenshot what Yos say. We're gonna have a good time tonight, because I'm venting. My brother Yos, I love Yos, that's my bro. But he says, let me screenshot what Yos say. Hey, Yos, this what you said, bro. This what you said. I want you to see it in living color. You said, let me share it with you, Yos. This what you just said. You just said this. You said, listen to this, family. Brother Yos just said, Doc just wants black men to marry black women to build the black family. How can that be so when he's not even building the black family? Quote unquote. How can that be so? He's not building the black family. He's not in a relationship. He's not in a constructive, productive relationship. He's not married. He's not with the children of his mother, either one of them, or how many of he got. What do you mean? And I know circumstances happen, but since we known Dr. Umar has been freelancing. Come on now, Yos. He wants to rebuild the black family. Rebuilding the black family would start with himself. You don't rebuild the black family dictating who someone else falls in love with, marries, and sleep with. You don't rebuild the family like that. You rebuild from within. Come on, Yos. Come on, Yos. See, we bringing you over here to the citizen side, Yos. We bringing you over here to the citizen side. We bringing you over here to the Moorish World citizen side. To rebuild the family, he got to start at home. All of these years that we've known Umar, the only woman that we know Umar with is 3 different women on the record. It was the stripper, conscious stripper, who exposed them, and it was the 2 wedding, the Fox wedding. The Fox, you know what I mean? The F-A-U, am I saying it right? F-A-U-X wedding. It wasn't a real wedding where he married 2 women. And he always talking about that he need 2 women. Huh? He always talking about. Like, yo, and what I'm saying, yo, I understand that circumstances happen. I get that. I was in some raggedy relationships in the past, but I didn't give up. I was in some raggedy ones. Goodness or gracious. I was in some raggedy ones. But I never gave up. You know what I mean? Because I know that the ultimate goal to build anything, it starts with self, it starts with family, it starts with community, it starts with nation, it starts with I keep saying start. That's an oxymoron. But it starts with self, then family, community, and nation, and the world. You know what I mean? Oh, faux. I messed that up. Cryptonomic. Faux. Somebody else correct me on that before. Faux wedding. Thank you, Crip. You know I messed up. I mean. So yeah. So the thing is that I think we should be past that stage that the Nation of Islam was able to grab everybody's attention with the white man, the devil. I think we should be past that stage. Faux. Faux. Starlight said faux. I messed the word up. That's why I got friends like you. I don't take it personal. Shoot, I don't take it personal. I got friends like you that help me out. You know what I'm saying? That's right. I got friends like you that help me out. That's right. I'm trying to tell you. Shoot, the faux wedding. And faux is a French word. Thank you so much. Anyway, family, I just think that we should be more intelligent in this day, and we should look at the issues and not look at the people. You know what I mean? I think what Martin Luther King was saying, being judged by the content of the character, I think that's where we at, man, because many times you will notice that a lot of the problems that we face, it's always us. It's always us that brings us in. Look, Adrian Haley said, you in with the white man. No, but I'm in with the truth. I know that the European could not do anything. The oppressive European could not do anything without Adrian Haley. No one for the situation that we find ourselves in as the downtrodden people of humanity. That could not help it. That could not happen without people like Adrian being in cahoots. You know what I mean? It takes us to participate in our downfall. That's just the bottom line. And until we realize that, we're going to stay in this situation because it means that we're not taking responsibility. I know that get people mad, but it's the truth of the matter. It's the truth of the matter. This only works when you participate. But listen, oppression only works when the oppressed participates. They need hidden hands that look like you. They need them. Or it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Tell me this. All the billionaires that then came out of our, if you will, our community in the past 10 years, how many have tried to build an independent school, independent grocery store, independent neighborhood, independent, name one? Name one. I like what Crip say. It's impossible in 2024 to not have at least one white person as an in-law in your family. That's the thing. That's the thing. But with that being said, I just think that it's ironic. Like I'm of the thought of to each his own. Do whatever you want to do. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm of that thought. However, if you are pushing that narrative, this is just funny to me. This is just funny to me when you push that narrative. When you push the race car narrative, I think it's just funny to me that it comes full circle, that it goes full circle. That's all. That's all. Nothing big. Nothing big. Nothing big. It just goes full circle. Sigby High said, a little off topic, yet related. Now he needs a private jet because he flies so many miles. He doesn't have money to complete renovations. Bro, you are kidding me. Sigmund High, he did not say that. He needs a private jet. He did not say that. He did not say that. No, he did not say he needs a private jet. You are baby goating me. You are kidding me? Thank you so much, Sigma. Oh man, Umar did really jumped out the window with that one. And guess what? I don't think he's going to get it, though. Yep. And someone say Marcus is 1,000 more times dangerous than Umar, and I kind of disappointed you ain't able to go. Oh, no. I can. Listen, Stargate, don't get it twisted. I can. Listen, I can do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Without worrying about ramifications. But I do have an open case. So if I have a civil suit, it's just in the best interest of me. I don't know if anybody remember, I said I was going to back up off of talking about that because I have a civil suit. So it's coming. It's all right. It's coming. You know what I mean? I gotta protect the work that I've put in for the last few years in this case. So you know what I mean? You got to be careful. Whatever you say can be used against you. You got to be careful. So I'm not worried about fake orders and all that. I'm not worried about none of that. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about none of that. Because, I mean, come on. It's silly at the end of the day. But we got bigger fish to fry. Anyway, family. Yeah, we got bigger fish to fry. But anyway, family, listen. Are y'all familiar with this story here? This guy here. Let me see if I can bring this story to y'all. I'm going to bring this story to y'all real quick. This is how I'm going to start doing my show, family. I'm going to speak on a lot of this stuff that is going on. You know what I mean? I'm going to get back to Umar in a second. But I'm going to speak to a lot of this stuff that's going on. Now, in this story here, this is the saddest story that I've seen in quite some time. Let me show you how gullible we are. You know what I'm saying? I want to show you how gullible we are, family. And yeah, I know we don't like me to point out our vulnerabilities. I know. But, it got to be done. Somebody has to do it. And unfortunately, it will be me. Now, I'm going to share this story with you. This story went viral, all right, yesterday. Well, I guess it would be today. You know what I mean? It went viral. Let me share with you this story real quick. And I want to show you how deceptive this world is and how gullible some can be. Now, here's the story. Thoughts. This 45-year-old Douglas Barnes, his 19-year-old Gino Barnes was unlived during a traffic stop by Sergeant Mike McCaffrey when reaching for his insurance information from the glove box. In return, Douglas Barnes waited on 17-year-old Samantha McCaffrey, the daughter of Mike McCaffrey, to exit her limo on prom night and unlived her, then screamed out an eye for an eye and waited for police to arrive. Now, with that being said, if you go on to Twitter, if you go on to Facebook and see where this is posted at, family, you have thousands and thousands of people congratulating this act that they read about, right? Thousands. I mean, 5,000 on Facebook alone. 5,000. You know what I mean? Some of the comments are just out of this world. I mean, just totally out of this world. You even got people like this. Does Mr. Barnes have a GoFundMe? You know what I'm saying? 3,000 people that seen that on X. You know what I mean? But Twitter, YouTube. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube real quick. I'm just going to screenshot the numbers. The number of comments real quick. Let me show you the number of comments. Crazy as ever. In the comments are mostly supporting this act that was reported, right? But I want to show you something, family. And I should read some of them. Y'all got a minute. Let's see if we can read some of them real quick. Let's see if we can read some of them real quick. You know what I mean? So, family, hold up. Before we do that, let me share with you before we do that. Family, you know, in Baltimore, family, I'm going to be giving a lecture. This is going to be my first lecture post-COVID, if you will. And I'm going to be at Temple of New African Thought. And I'm going to be talking about not the traditional Islam, not the traditional Pan-Africanism. I'm going to be breaking down the esoteric. I'm going to be breaking down the history of the essence of what Islam is and how it was instrumental in conjunction with Pan-Africanism to move the needle of our people on the continent and sometimes even around the world. And so, family, if you are in the Baltimore area, I would like you to come and check me out at 5525 Harford Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21214. We starting at 6 o'clock. I'm going to be opening up like a Moorish World TV. I'm going to spit some bars. I'm going to have some giveaways. I'm going to have some divine shirts in the building. I'm going to have some hats in the building. Hopefully, if you're in the Baltimore area, come on through. Come with the love. Bring the love in the building. And I'm going to be sharing the love and the information. I got over 60 slides to represent this history. It's going to be official. Food will be there by TNAT. They got a restaurant there called the Diaspora and Soul. Come on in. It's going to be a beautiful time, family. And I'm going to break down some history, everything. And if you know me, you already know I'm not giving you something. I'm not giving you something that you used to. I'm giving you something that you're probably not used to and that you'll be able to take home and research and have yourself jaw dropped. I'm trying to see if I can get this streamed. It's being hosted by Temple of New African Thought, so I just need to get the approval from them. If I get the approval from them, yeah, but I think I'll be able to at least stream it to the citizens, but I might not be able to stream it to the wide open audience because he is controlling the he's recording it. I mean, he's got there's going to be a production team there. So he's going to have a production team there. So we might just want to wait till the production is edited and everything is looking good. So yeah, Dr. Saw, he's going to have his production guy there, and it's going to come out real funky fresh in the flesh. So we might just have to wait. I'm not sure yet. But whatever the case may be, this story here, if I can, I'm going to pull it up on Facebook just to show you some of these comments. I'm going to show you some of these comments real quick. Bam, give me a second. Let me show you some of these comments up here. And they even have, they done went so far to even, one second. Okay, let me see. Okay, bam. Okay, here we go. Here we go, fam. So they have went so far. I'm going to try to stretch it out for y'all so y'all can see it. Listen to some of these comments, family. Get rid of Umar Peoples real quick. See, I do this thing organically, so you got to work with me sometime. So look. Now let me stroll real quick. Somebody said, and sadly, they both know each other, how each other feels. But one goes to jail and one doesn't. That's one. Somebody say this story is fake. Everyone don't care about that little money they try to give you after a so-called accident. People tired of laws with no accountability. Y'all talking about a poor little girl like his son wasn't a poor little boy. These are comments. Never know what we people are capable of when it comes to those we love. An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. He could definitely play it insanity. No one could be in their right mind after losing their child. He should have just murked the officer. Sounds like something from a movie. What the dad was at the dad was at his breaking point. Someone put savage. Looks like Samuel Jackson. That's a trauma response. Start a GoFundMe for his lawyer fees. That's what they would do when the shoe was on the other foot. My type of guy. As you can see, he lives by the Old Testament. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. He doesn't look bothered. You have to understand how you made him feel. So he showed him. If I do every day, he said, if I'll do every day the judge give me about my kids was a person, I'll do every day about my kids, whatever. Listen, it ain't right, but it also don't feel good when it's done to you. Life is tricky boots. Couldn't find this story anywhere. Let me stop right there. On this post, it has over 32,000 shares, 9.2 thousand comments, and 11,000 reactions. In family. The story is a farce. Jay Starsky said, Islam, brother, why don't you sport a beard? Because beards make my face itch. It make my face itch. And for real, my face be itching. My wife be like, won't you try to grow? I'm like, man, my face, I be ready to, and then my face itch. Man, that's it. It ain't nothing personal. I mean, I might try to grow one. I might take off for a few weeks and grow a beard and then come on the show. I mean, but if my face itch, man, I ain't keeping no beard to impress nobody else, man. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Listen, I don't believe in those cultural overtones. You got to have a beard to do this, to do this. I don't believe in all that stuff. That stuff is cultural, man. My face itch, I like to be comfortable. You know what I'm talking about? I like to be comfortable. I done came a long way from trying to impress people, man. Goodness gracious, man. I'd rather be comfortable in life. That's it. It is what it is. If I grow a beard, my face itch, man, I'd rather for it not to itch. That's a simple solution to me. You know what I mean? Simple solution. But with that being said, all of those comments, family, and come to find out that the story is fake. Now, all day people have been commenting on TikTok, and that's just Facebook. TikTok is even worse. Fake news story. Livonia prom revenge between Douglas Barnes and Samantha McCaffrey was AI-generated content. Now listen, why is that important? Family, do you realize that a lot of the stuff that you see on YouTube right now is AI-generated? Do you understand that a lot of stuff that is not AI-generated is fake as ever? You got podcasters right here making up the beard will get you in the party. I don't want to go to the party. What I want to go to the party for? I just want to see my children grow up. I don't want to go to the party, man. I'm tired. I'm tired now, man. I want to go to the party. I mean, do you know that most of these podcasters, these stories are generated by the feds? Do you know they pick and choose the content for some of these ops that are making content that people think that is worthy for shows, that is worthy for content? Do you know that they're hand-picked content? Don't try to get me in the Diddy party. I'm good on that one. Make a deep voice. There. And so let me tell you something. You have a lot of content creators that's been around for some time. And if you pay attention, you can tell that someone picked those topics for them to talk about for the distraction because something is coming down the pipe. Normally when something coming down the pipe, like this election that's about to happen, yeah, you already know it's coming down the pipe. And so there are all sorts of distractions to keep you away from the issues. It's going to be racial stuff. It's going to be, woe is me. Woe is me. We're going to get some reparations. And you won't even pay attention to the issues. You won't even pay attention to the issues. Politics is about issues. It's not about people. The people express the issues. That's it. The people express the issues. You're supposed to go with the issues, not the people, not with the rhetoric. You are supposed to see through the rhetoric. And that's the bottom line. If you can't see through the rhetoric, you are going to be played by the rhetoric, regardless of what person you choose to rock with. You're going to get played by the rhetoric. That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, on TikTok, this is what was on TikTok, right? That thing, man. And it went viral, man. And in the beginning, everybody on the internet that I came across, not until late in the evening, they was voicing their opinion. You follow me? The video describes suspected that occurred at Livonia High School prom. According to the video, which was posted by a TikTok account filled with apparent AI-generated content, a man named Douglas Barnes unlived a teen girl named Samantha McCaffrey. The video claims the unliving was the act of revenge for Samantha police officer father Mike McCaffrey for unliving Barnes' son several years ago. However, the story is entirely fabricated, and it is not the only false narrative posted on that social media account. It is not happening in Livonia. It's fake news circulating on social media, stated Livonia police. Although the details might seem plausible, they are not. Livonia High School doesn't exist in Michigan. And there's no record of a person named Douglas Barnes living in Michigan. Additionally, a reverse image search for the mugshot featured in the video only returns stories of a fake unliver, indicating that the image itself may be AI generated. Despite this, the story has continued to spread online to make matters worse. AI-generated news websites have picked up the story, giving it appearance of legitimacy. Family, you see how easy we're fooled? You see how easily people are fooled? They don't do any research. Now this quick research is hard to find. But, you know, I managed to find someone who had already did the research. And if I didn't find somebody that had done the research, I would have went straight to the account and most likely came up with the same conclusion. Because first thing this morning, my brother John sent me the story and was like, man, look at this. Look at this. I was like, wow. So when I got finished doing what I was doing today, I was like, man, let me look into this. And up jumped the boogie. But the point that I'm making with this is how we're so easily fooled and manipulated. Just that quick, you have over 10,000 comments on a fake story. People being emotionally attached to the story. People being racially motivated to move on the energy of that story. That's the point Moorish World TV be making. Like be a critical thinker. Break some of this stuff down. See what's going on for real. The same stroke of your keypad or your mouse or your thumbs on your phone, the same stroke that you did to get to that story, you also can do a couple more strokes to see if it's legitimate. People be investing their emotions in fake stories, fake people, fake podcasters, and fake missions. That's all I'm saying. Whether it's reparations in California, think objectively. Even if you want to support it, but think it through. That's all Moorish World TV is saying. And I'm telling you, I told you I'm venting today. My last story is, man, do you know, man, Puffy, man. Diddy, the story about Diddy, and I ain't gonna stay on Diddy too long because I'm about tired of that now. 2 stories came out about Diddy. And one is, let me see if it's on TMZ. I didn't watch it today. I didn't check today on TMZ. Let me see what TMZ talking about. They got a story where Diddy Ugly Sides goes back for over a decade. They even got a story of somebody coming from college. Rolling Stones did a story about Diddy, and they got people coming out from college. Man, listen, I don't know what the end result of this thing is going to be with Diddy, but they got people coming from college. From college? He didn't even graduate. And the same behavior that he's being accused of now, they saying he was doing it in college. Good night, Diddy. Shame on you, Diddy. Shame on you, Diddy. They say back then, shame on you, Diddy. They said back in college, good night, Diddy. Now, also, another story that's going around is that the feds is rounding up all of the people that they seen in the confiscated videos that was taken from his house. That's one of the running stories. That's one of the running stories. It says, grand jury impaneled in Fed poll. Did you hear that? Diddy legal troubles are getting worse. I'm reading from TMZ. Go check it out. Diddy legal troubles are getting worse as the grand jury has reportedly been impaneled to hear evidence in the federal probe indicating he could face possible criminal indictment. CNN published a story Wednesday morning saying the Justice Department is moving forward in its investigation of the music mogul by notifying witnesses that they could testify before the grand jury in the Southern District of New York, according to 2 sources familiar with the situation. Some of the potential witnesses would likely be Diddy's accuser, who had filed lawsuits against him for human trafficking and serious offenses. So far, Diddy has been named in 8 lawsuits, including the most notable one brought by his former girlfriend, Cassie, which they settled quickly. CNN also said that the feds have interviewed most of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit, but they and other witnesses have yet to be prepped to go before the grand jury. The network says Homeland Security investigations agents are taking their time and being very thorough to make sure the case against Diddy is grand juries comprised of average citizens, often signal that the investigation has moved from a preliminary stage to the new phase in which prosecutors present evidence and witnesses' testimony to the jurors. Among other things, the grand jury ultimately votes on whether to criminally charge the defendant. As reported, his home was raided, etc., etc., etc. So, family, it looks like it's moving forward, family. Is everybody buffering? What happened? Somebody said don't say them AI words. Is it still buffering? Somebody said don't say them AI words. Good night. Somebody said don't say that. Somebody said don't say that. Who said that? All right, it's good now. But, so family, before I get out of here, yeah, they moving good on Diddy. Hey family, let me ask you a question. If they take Diddy to court, should we take Moorish World TV in the courtroom? And I don't think I could last that long up there, but I can get a couple days. And what y'all think? Should I go to the courtroom? We about to hit the road, family. I'm serious. We about to hit the road. I know we have said this before. Let me tell you something. The Moorish World TV vehicle is gassed up and ready to go. Nobody know what it is. I jumped the gun before. I was like, look, y'all. That's right, we did it. And then, you know, the COVID thing hit, and then I got sidetracked. All right, we gonna hit the road, family. We gonna hit the road, family. We gonna hit the road. We gonna start hitting the road. That's right, because I promised y'all that we was gonna start hitting the road, and we gonna start hitting the road, no doubt. And I already talked to my wife, and I told her that right now, man, it's time to get busy on the road, to get people in the know what's going on the ground. This internet thing is discouraging, man. This fake news, this fake tough people, and this stuff is so discouraging, man. So, family, when I decide the first trip, I hope y'all be still supporting, because I'm gone. I ain't even gonna tell y'all what the first trip is. I'm gonna just show up. I'm gonna just show up at some of these spots. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be reporting you the news. But again, family, I got to get out of here. I was kind of discouraged, man, when I'm looking at all of these stories. I ain't going to front. I just look at all these stories. I be just like, this is just a sad state of affairs. You know what I mean? This is just a sad state of affairs. But, Doug Walk said, only one I give to. Facts. Yeah, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of y'all support. But this is a sad state of affairs, you know what I mean? Umar still family. Listen, I think it's a red flag when someone keep pushing the race card. Like, believe whatever you want to believe, you know what I mean? But pushing that, Umar pushed this, everybody should just drop this in his timeline. Everybody should drop this in his timeline whenever he pushed that food. Because I'm saying, I think people have valid points about race relations as it relates to relationships and all that, but a charlatan don't get to use that. A charlatan don't get to use that. Nah. Peace. I had to take a break from the censorship on YouTube. It's crazy, but I miss my favorite channels. Yeah, man, YouTube is bad. It's sad, but Yahweh is always in control over all. We will be good. And Yos, and I'm of the same thought. You know, but those of us who on the front line, man, and I'm just talking here, you know what I mean? But I'm also a grand sheik of a temple. I also got people coming at me from a legal perspective. The feds is watching, sitting in front of the house. Not recently, you know what I'm saying? Sitting in front of the house. I'm like, should I? I mean, you can't, ain't no way you can go. Should I relocate my family? I mean, and I ain't talking about going to no undercover hiding or nothing like that. But you know what I mean? I need to be in wide open spaces. You know what I'm saying? Too many big brothers in the city. You know what I mean? Because when you defend yourself, there is no self-defense laws in Maryland. So you know what I mean? It just be so much going on. You ask yourself. Sometimes I don't know about nobody else, but I know I ask myself, man, hold up, is this all worth it? Is this all worth it? And then I think about those who have emailed me, those who have supported financially, gave me some of their hard-earned money to help me get through some of these things. Those who have said, you helped me, you really changed my trajectory. I was about to go out there march with Grandmaster Jay. I was about to give some finances to this fake cause. I thought this guy was a real one, and you changed my whole trajectory. And so when I think about those, when I think about good people like Crip, Dog Walk, M. Nugent, Starlight, Candy, Black Girls Read, and if I forget your name, it's my apology, Naps TV. I mean, you know who you are. You know who you are. Damon X. You know what I mean? You know who you are. All of y'all. Demetrius. I can't name everybody, but when I think about people like y'all, I'm like, man, let me just keep pushing. Let me just keep pushing. But it can get discouraging. I'm telling you, man, these jokers are something else. These jokers have something else. The fake threats and all that. Because, listen, I come from a place, man, I be wanting all the smoke, but I ain't right there I got a little baby girl. I got a little baby boy, man. I can't give you the smoke like I gave it to you 20 years ago, and then I'm sitting up there. I ain't got 10 years to give nobody. You know what I mean? I ain't got 10 years to give nobody. I ain't got 10 years to give nobody for taking out a bluffing fraudster. I ain't got that, man, because you want to approach me into my space. I'm going to try to get out the way. I ain't got no time to give to you, give to the people. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to get out your way. You know what I'm saying? As best I can, I'm going to try to get out your way. Then if I'm unable to get out your way, then the old me kick in. But the old me, he ain't got no off switch. He just don't. You know what I mean? Ain't no kill switch on the old me. Ain't none of that. That mean that mean, hey. And I don't want no trouble with that guy. I mean, I'm talking about that guy in here. I don't want no trouble with him. So my thing is, I'm going to just stay out your way. I mean, I'm going to avoid you. I'm in there to the best of my ability. I mean, but with that being said, family, I appreciate y'all. And we going to do this again, family. I'm about to get out of here. You follow me? I'm walking through the door now. Family, I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to do my best to try to do this tomorrow. I'm going to try to do some day shows. What do y'all think about day shows? I'm thinking about doing 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time 4 times a week. What do y'all think about day shows? Anybody like day shows? And maybe come back, watch it at night? Anybody like day shows? Tell me what y'all think. Please leave a comment in the comment section once the video goes down. What do y'all think about day shows? I'm thinking about doing some day shows, man. You know what I mean? Because I do be freed up between a few hours. Somebody say, keep it at night. If y'all say keep it at night, I got to keep it at night then. I got to keep it at night. I got to do what the people say. You know what I mean? But leave a comment in the comment section. Family, again, if you're in Baltimore, come holler at me. If you're in Baltimore, D.C., Pennsylvania, even New York, if you got time to come down on this weekend, you will have a wonderful time. It's going to be full of energy. Come down there and holler at me. I mean, take a few pictures with me. Make me feel like a star. Make me feel like a star. Make me feel like I made a difference in your life. In your life. Make me feel like I made a difference in your life. I appreciate your family. Sorry for the delay, but you know what I mean? I guess I got to play the music when I go live now.
I be that more you gon' remember.
Without the music, I don't get my energy right. Website coming soon. Music coming soon.
I be that more you gon' remember.
That's right. We working, people.
That's right.
I guess we got to do it here now. We're going to scale it back to 9:30 then.
The more than you's a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you wasn't black, proved it was straight straight back. You tripping off trust, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again,
Umar!
acting like you a slave. The same people talk European how to bathe. And looking at women buying European hair. No love for self, but do the men really care? Hell no, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation
Got a
take
love for
pills
Europe.
to serve. Yeah, they love Lil Yachty, Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher, I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. All you super scholars holler. This era for the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for the people. Now tell me